Blake's Buzz Live. Buzz, 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 buzz. Buzz, buzz, it's Blake's Buzz Live. Buzz, 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 buzz. Buzz, buzz, it's Blake's Buzz Live. More, hate less, read comics. It's Blake's Buzz Live.
Buzz, buzz, babies.
Buzz, buzz, babies. It's Monday. It's Memorial Day. Hope everybody's having an awesome, extra long weekend. And we are here to celebrate the launch of a very cool Kickstarter by two very cool creatives. I know a lot of you have been watching us play around online all day. Hustle, 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 right? That's what we do. I've got these two awesome guys. They've both been on the show before. I think everybody knows them, so there's really no need to introduce them. But what kind of asshole podcast host would I be if I didn't introduce my awesome guests? Here tonight, we've got Mario Candelaria and Jay Sheik. What is up, gentlemen? The campaign is live. The nerves are on edge. Now you got to deal with my bullshit. Oh, I'm so sorry, but I'm so excited because I love this campaign. I'm so excited for it. I'm so excited to read this in the nearish future. Like we all know it's going to take a little bit, but it's anyway. A long great start to an awesome day, sitting at just over 2K. We got 78 backers, 32 days to go, plenty of time to fill in those gaps, get some stretch goals. How you guys doing? How you guys feeling?
Yo, what's up?
Good. Feels like a really good start.
Yeah, feeling pretty good.
Yeah, I think so too. It was very exciting, like refreshing the page and seeing the numbers go up like every time I was like, oh shit, like and then I posted that image and it stopped at $2,010. So maybe I shouldn't do that anymore.
Let's take it down, man. Where's Elon when we need him?
Right. I got too excited. Oh, we got some people in the chat. What's up, Daniel? Thanks for tuning in. What's up, Brian? Buzz, baby. Katie B's in the house. What's up? Oh, yeah. I mean, there's at least two of them. I'm all right, I guess. Thank you. But no, I'm so excited to be here with you guys tonight. And I've been honored to work on this campaign with you. It's been an exciting time. I think we had a good pre-launch. I think we were all hustling, getting the word out, and now it's time for like our hard work to pay off and for harder work to come, right? Because the hustle never ends on Kickstarter. I said this in a pitch the other day, but I told somebody I was like, it's not just a 30-day campaign. It's 30 days of content, right? You gotta do something, and it doesn't have to be something miraculous, right? Just to remind people that, hey, I'm still here. I need your money. I'm once again asking you to fund my awesome comic. Do that old Bernie spiel. But I think you guys are in a good position, and it helps that you guys are coming off some killer releases from both of you. Jay has Hush Ronin out from Band of Bards. Yep. And Mario wrapped up Killcella and has Tales from the Pandemic out, which sold out. So you guys had some buzz around your comic releases before this, right? So
Blake's Buzz, yeah.
Issue 2 just dropped in previews this week.
Exciting!
Hush Ronin, yeah.
Nice. Yeah. How many is that? How long is that going to run for, Jay?
4 issues total. It's been kind of imprecise as far as page counts, and this new one's going to be a little bit longer than the first one. But it's basically biannually producing a 50 to 60 page graphic novel, kind of in my, I'll call it spare time. There's no such thing.
You have a little bit more spare time these days, right? Though you're on your teaching deals on a break, or it's summer, or how's that work? I haven't been in school in a while.
Yeah, it's standard teacher kind of deal. Unfortunately, I'm not full-time faculty, so I just kind of go contract to contract. So
okay, June
to September gets a little bit hairy, but it looks like I'm back for my same full load in late August.
Nice, exciting.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. Now in your downtime, just wrap up those 50, 60 pages real quick, right? And just crank that out. Daniel says Kickstarter is a 30-day stress-inducing roller coaster. Yes, it is. It's stressful and it's fun though. Right, and I like it because I think the community is really great for one, but also there's something special about comic book creators that go to Kickstarter, because you really have to give a shit to do this, right? Because it's a lot of extra weight on your shoulders. there's a lot you have to do. And it's like I said earlier, it's that constant hustle. Just, just striving to get that goal. And it's not for everybody. Like some people can't hang, some people don't want to hang, they don't want that extra responsibility and stuff. But you guys have been here before. You've been around this block, and every time you get a little more comfy. What kind of creators are you? Because like when I talked to like Bob France and Kevin Cuff when they did Dust Pirates, like Kevin would make fun of Bob because Bob would like wake up to go pee or something, and Kevin would get these like 3 a.m. texts of like, oh, we lost a backer, oh, we got, and it was like Bob was like a constant refresher. Like, are you guys watching it all the time, or do you kind of like take a little step back every now and then, and so you're not like hyper focused on it? Like, how do you guys handle that?
I constantly watch it. If I'm in one, if I've got a stake in it, absolutely, I'm watching it as much as I can anyway, or as often as I think about it, which is fairly often during that 30-day window that the camera is live on you and you're doing the dance.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, a lot of time too, it's just trying to keep my head down and keep the work coming out too, which can be tricky. That managing that the balance between the social media life of talking about what you do and the doing of what you do.
Definitely. What about you, Mario?
Yeah, I deleted the app off my phone. I don't want pop-ups. I don't want notifications. I like to just refresh on my own, kind of like Schrodinger's cat, right? It is whatever it is until I get the refresh, and I see where we're at. I mean, yeah, from experience, I used to have the app on there, and every time to get a backer, it's awesome. Then sometimes people would cancel. It'd be like, oh no. So yeah, I learned, especially in the opening day. Thank God I had family stuff for Memorial Day, right? So I was away from my phone a lot. But I went back and I thanked everyone. But launch day is always a ball of nerves, just watching, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, but yeah, as the day's gonna go, I'm gonna wake up, in the morning before I go to work, and I'm gonna check it, and then I'm gonna, go ahead and see as the day, goes. My office is kind of a dead zone, thankfully, so cell signal is bad. But during lunch, I'll be refreshing, and my free time at home.
Nice. That's good. I think it's probably good to take a step away from stuff even if it is like, very important to you, but like, you don't, I feel like that and it's hard, but I think these things work better when you guys are having fun, or at least pretending to, for your audience, right? Because it's sick motherfuckers like me. I do kind of get off on it, like when you watching like the last minute scramble, watching the community come together in the last 48 hours sometimes and making miracles happen. It's a cool thing to witness, right? But I also know that on your guys' end, you're like, yeah, I wish it wasn't happening in the last 48 hours though, right? Like we had 28 days for this to happen, and it's waiting for the last 2 days. So, and I know like it's a weird, like that first week, there's usually a lot of activity, or at least the first few days, right? And then we enter that weird Kickstarter lull until like the final week. And so I'm interested to see how this plays out. Like, it'd be great to have some strong breakout days this first week. It'd be great to just keep it going, right? Like turn this into a $40,000 campaign or something crazy, right? And it's like, check out all the stretch goals, increase the book size, get the better paper and everything. It's you guys got a cool campaign, and I think a lot of people are seeing that now, because you guys are in good positions in the indie community too, and there's a lot of other comic book creators that are excited about this as well. And so you've got a lot of things on your side kind of nudging you all along this path, and it feels like kind of organic and wondrous. And I don't know, I got good vibes. I got good buzz about it. I know I'm Mr. Positivity all the time, but it's not a lie usually. But this one is the honest truth. I do think you guys are in a good position. We got coming from Australia, Mr. Ronan. What's up? Happy to have you. Sorry, baby. It's not a lunch party. It would technically be a dinner party. It's kind of late in the evening. And some of us are drinking our dinner, which is, this is my host juice.
Yeah.
It helps me do better. But yeah, sorry, there's no food. There is going to be a giveaway, which we'll do one here in a couple minutes. I think Mario's got variant of Killchella.
Yeah.
Jay's got some signed copies of that gorgeous Hush Ronin comic we mentioned to give out. So we'll be doing that shortly. Speaking of, I'm going to go ahead and pop this up so people can start doing it. Drop me a hashtag #OneTrueLove. When you do that, you'll enter into the giveaway. And then Kickstarter has this cool built-in system that was made by the robots or whatever, and it'll pull all the comments together, it'll randomly choose one, and we'll get you guys some comics. And then basically, if you win, you hit me up, you give me all your private information. It's okay, you can trust me. I can't afford to travel. You'll be safe. No, just tell us where to send the comics. We'll get them out to you ASAP. Just so yeah, go ahead and enter that hashtag, ladies and gentlemen. We'd love to get you some free comics. Yes, we will make you eat your words. Thank you, Katie. That's the delicious treat that you all get. Well, I guess comments are popping off. Let's go, baby. Skeleton Key, what's up? This series is a one and done, One True Love, right? Just a one shot.
Yeah, it's a graphic novel. I mean, it's a pretty big story.
90 pages, right?
90 pages. That's almost like 5 issues. Four issues. We're trying to do it as just one story, and hopefully with the one collected volume. I think hopefully Jay agrees. This is a compelling story as is, and it stands alone.
Yeah, I mean, I don't. It'd be kind of crazy to drop a 90-page. I mean, I guess if you're Ed Brubaker and Sean Phillips, you can do that with Reckless. But even then, like those are 5-6 months. I mean, they maybe do 2 a year ish, sort of. Yeah. But yeah, I think that this is the way to go. Like, I started liking this just as a reviewer of comics, right? There's so much more you can talk about, way less risk of spoiling. You can really dive into the narrative and stuff into your reviews and get creative with it when we get these OGNs. That's an original graphic novel for those not in the know. Sorry, I shouldn't need to watch my jargon. But it's a cool way to do it. And yeah, like I said, like Ed Brubaker and Sean Phillips have came out and said, we're not doing monthly solicited issues anymore. Like, this is how we do things now. And God bless them, like, to just be able to come out and like tell Image Comics, like, this is what we're going to do. And Image is like, please just do whatever you think is great. Like, but that's one of the beauties of Kickstarter, right? You're not beholden to a publisher. It's, you make your own rules, you make your own schedule, and you make your own product. Right. And you guys are doing that. And, I think, 90 pages is going to be a good, solid, dramatic noir crime fiction, which is a great genre. And it's so fun to celebrate and experiment with. I guess let's start there. We'll start there. We've been going 13 minutes. What is special about this genre to both of you? Jay, why don't you kick us off on that?
I'm not sure what it is about crime stuff. It's getting to voyeuristically participate in something that I probably wouldn't do in real life, as far as like holding a gun, heisting people, those kinds of things. So getting to inhabit the kind of world where these sorts of people live in a safe kind of way, but also very all-consuming in that I get to define what it looks like visually. It's really exciting to me. I kind of love this late 60s era, for the music, the culture.
Yeah.
It's California, which I born and raised there and recently moved away. And I've got this big California shaped hole in my life that this is kind of like my way of getting to go back when I can't.
Nice. Is it easier to write these kinds of narratives when it's dated, when it's a little historical, and like not everybody has a cell phone? Like I feel like horror, mystery, when you're writing these things currently and all the technology devices we have and how in the know we are at all times, right? Like, developing that mystery gets harder and harder and harder, because like so many, I mean, if you go back and watch like old horror movies or even old heist movies, like a lot of these plots could just be obliterated if one person had a cell phone, right? And so you have to like add all these different elements to the narrative to like compensate for technology and to continue the mystery. But when you're dated back, like we're in 1969 now, right? Like we're not all connected. We're not all streaming on every network. We don't all have like a little tiny computer in our pockets that can feed us all and more information than we ever needed, right? So that's probably another good thing about, setting a historical timepiece is it kind of relinquishes some of the pressures of like modernity, right?
Yeah, I mean, you can definitely right around, not having certain things, but honestly, for me, it's the fashion, right?
Ooh,
I
okay.
wanna throw the architecture in there. I wanna throw the hairstyles. I wanna have Jay draw people with sideburns and driving big Mustangs,
Nice.
things like that. I mean, yeah, I mean, I spend a lot of time in SoCal. I'm from New York, but I spend way too much time out there with my wife, and we drive around, the old Hollywood areas. We drive around Mulholland, check out the old homes, and you feel the vibes that people felt when they moved out, from wherever to go out there to chase their dreams over the last several decades.
Nice. Now what about you, Mario? Other than the styles and the fashion and the architecture and the cars, like what is it about this genre that just sings to you and makes you want to tell fascinating, deeply intricate stories?
Yeah, it's kind of in my blood, right? My old man was kind of a bad person in New York. He was involved, he was connected. So I always heard stories growing up about those guys, and you kind of grew up at the knee of seeing, okay, these are just regular neighborhood guys who did stuff. They always had free candy to give you at the bodega, but you didn't know that they were running numbers out the back. They're just normal everyday guys. So, that's the approach I take it from the story. It's not everyone is not, James Bond trying to destroy the world, right? Some guys just trying to make money for their families, and the only
Yeah.
way they know how is, busting heads and shaking down people, which is not good. But at the same time, it was what it was back then. So,
Yeah.
I think, yeah, you know what? I'm trying to resolve daddy issues with this. That's
Nice.
the answer you're looking for. Right?
My mom's maiden name is Ragusa. So like
Okay.
I come from
Yeah.
like a very Italian family, but my mom's dad died shortly after she was born. So she didn't get to know him.
Mhm.
And when I grew up, like when I heard stories about him, my dad would always be like, well, he was in the mob. And I always thought it was true because no one ever got mad. No one was ever like, that's just not true. Everybody was like, oh, Jim. Like, and I was like, oh my God, like, was he really? And everybody was like, he had some questionable friends. And so I always kind of had this like weird, like I was like this close maybe to being in the family business or something. I don't know. I
Oh,
mean,
Kansas City's no joke, man.
right. Yeah. Like we used to do crazy shit on the KC docks and the Mississippi River and the river casinos and stuff. Like there's a
interstates?
great history there. Yeah.
Yeah. The trucking lanes, that's all locked down. The Teamsters, come on.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, we had but yeah, I don't know if I could make it. I was a bouncer for a while, but I was still a squishy bouncer. It's not, it's not like I was like flipping tables over and I mean, it happens sometimes, but I learned it was much easier to talk people down instead of just like go right in, which was funny because the bartender I worked with all the time loved to fight. And I got so mad at him so many times because I would have people like chilling, right? And he would like throw their change back at him or something. And then it would explode. And I'd be like, thanks, Chad. And then like, anyways, I don't know if I could have lived a life of crime. Like you guys mentioned, it sounds sexy. It sounds exciting, but is it something you could actually do? Right. And it's something to kind of like live vicariously through, to write about, to explore, but to actually like indebt yourself to it and embed yourself in it. Like that's a totally different kind of clusterfuck. And I don't know if I could do it. But maybe if things were different, I would be working at a casino wearing a suit and having crazy late night shenanigans and living that Sopranos life.
Well, I mean,
but
this life,
poor.
as you'll see in the story, loses its luster for the main characters.
Yeah.
They're just like many other people, they're going out to LA to escape their problems. They just don't realize, like many other people, they're bringing their problems with them. It doesn't disappear
Yeah.
whenever you just go somewhere else. So, that they're trying to get out of it and build a better life. Il Secondo Americano, the American dream.
Yeah.
They're just trying to get out there and, have that better life.
Nice. So real quick, I'm gonna hit the comments. We're gonna do our first giveaway. Then I'm gonna bring up the Kickstarter page. I'm gonna show off some of Jay's awesome art. Talk about what the book is, what people are getting if they back. But yeah, Mario just held up. We're going to give away this Kilchella variant, which is, man, you got such cool variants for that series, man.
I worked hard. I have a lot of friends.
Running real quick. I'll be right back.
All right,
no problem. Yeah, this is the Felipe Cunha Whatnot exclusive. Only 150 of these were made, so I have a couple of them.
Hella exclusive.
Felipe is awesome.
That's gorgeous.
He and I are working on something sweet. But yeah, we wanted to get a old school kind of EC horror type of feel going, Tales from the Crypt. So yeah, there's only a few of these in the world. There's some metal ones too. I think 10 of them. This isn't a metal one. This is just a regular paper one. So yeah, that's the first giveaway. Unless you want to do a couple of them. Like I said, I have a handful of them. So
yeah, I figure we'll give a couple away, and then we might give a couple, to try and entice people to follow us over to Amazon Prime. As we mentioned, after this, we're going to give you guys like a 10-minute intermission, and then we're going to give you a link to join us over on Amazon Prime for a watch party for Too Old to Die Young, which is their crime series of a great exploration of the cartel and just making crime sexy and beautiful and stylistic, right?
The writer, man, Ed Brubaker.
Ed Brubaker wrote it, yeah, and he did such a great job. But it's a different series because every episode is essentially a full-length, like 90-minute movie. They all connect, but yeah, it's a little bit longer, a little girthier, and a lot to explore. So we're gonna watch that first episode after this. I can't believe I just did the longer, girthier, more to explore. I hope Ed's not listening. He'll never come on my show now. Yes, Cole, make a cocktail and get the hashtag One True Love, guys. Let's do that. All right, we got some entries. His gloves are green. Oh, there's some no glove, no love joke going on in here somewhere. I love Chad. Yeah, I miss it sometimes. What's up, Mr. John Westoff? Buzz, baby. Let's see what we got. Watching NASCAR. Oh wow, yeah, just get all over it, Cole. And I'm not taking my shirt off. That's no one wants that. So we'll just do a giveaway and party there. And then let's see. Let's see. I've been loving the old EC and horror style. Yeah, I love that won't go away. I love that it's like it's always going to be like a niche in the comic book world. Yes, you should. Definitely. That's another great. I mean, everything he writes is great, but Fatale that's one of the first things I read. Well, no, the first thing I read from him was his Captain America run. Yeah. And then I found out I loved it so much and it was so dark and different than a lot of Captain America I've read before. And then I got into his indie stuff and just like really got into like noir fiction and all the stuff he does. And when he got together with Sean and all the magic they've been happening.
Incognito?
Oh yeah, baby. It's so good.
Great.
Ed is the best. He's so good. I wish
Wednesday Messiah.
Yeah. Well, not anymore, I guess. Well, no, his the hardcovers and Reckless still come out on Wednesdays. I guess. All right, so we've got a handful of entries. Let's see. Let me All right, let me share this little giveaway screen here. And boom. Let's see. And pop that up. Look at this technology, ladies and gentlemen. It's amazing. All right, we're going to start collecting the comments.
All right,
we've got 4 entries so far. I'm going to give you guys. Oh, we got 5. I'll give you like another minute. Let's get come on. I know there's a few extra people in the chat. I don't want anybody to miss out on this awesome variant that Mario's holding up here. So cool. Didn't who else did you got? Fell did a variant for you. You got didn't Tula do a variant? You got a metal cover of that too, right?
Yeah, Tula Lotte. She's my favorite illustrator, a painter of all time. Yeah, I own the original for that. Actually, no one's getting that.
That's so cool.
This is Cara Basile from Italy. Did a cover. She's a storyboard artist for Netflix out there, so that was really cool.
Nice.
Luana Vecchio from Lovesick did a special cover from me. I love her and her sister. They're amazing. Duo of creators. Yeah, I mean, I took that. I got a lot of compliments from Scout about the covers because they had zero input. I said, no, I got a vision for this. Let me get out there and do this. Surge's main cover is also really cool too.
Well, that's awesome, man. Yeah, you definitely got some. I can't believe you have an original Tula Lotte, and not only is it just an original by her, it's of one of your comics. Like that's like a magical piece. Like, do you have that framed in like a special spot where like if you're just having a bad day, you can walk by it and look at it, and it like fills you with like wonder and just like the gusto you need to like progress in your day? I feel like you need like a shrine.
So this is such a bougie answer. I do not have it framed yet because I have to take down some of her other framed art that I have to make.
Damn.
It's like a museum for her up in here. I swear to God.
Hey man, if I could afford it, I would do it. I got
in early. I got in early on the ground floor. She was
before she blew up. Nice, nice. Yeah, because she has like museum exhibits and shit now.
Yeah.
She's like she's real deal. All right, so let's do this right now. I'm hitting the button. Here we go. Boom. Here we go. Someone is gonna get a very cool Killcella variant. Slowing down. What up, Cole One, my co-host? It wasn't rigged, I swear. I swear it wasn't rigged. Cole, we'll get that sent to you. All right, so let's see. Let's get this off, and then let's go. Bring up the Kickstarter page here. Share the old screen. And boom. All right. Oh, hey, we've gotten a backer since we've been live. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. 79 backers coming up on 80, $2,042 out of 7,000, 32 days to go. Let's kind of scroll through here and talk about this campaign. So this is one thing I think is really cool. I don't see a lot of early bird specials like this. It's usually a discount.
Yeah.
You guys did both. You did a discounted price and this free zine of uncut gems, which is previously uncollected works. Is it stuff you guys have done together or just uncollected works of you guys as separate?
100%.
No, 100% both of us together.
Oh, wow.
It says the credits right on there, right? Writer me, illustrator him.
Nice. So how long have you guys worked together for?
Pre-pandemic, right? 4 years now?
Yeah, I think about 4 years.
Wow. You guys aren't tired of each other yet? That's so cool.
We have a lot of anthologies that some of them just fizzled apart.
Yeah. Unfortunately, that's the problem. Sometimes Daniel calls for a recount. Okay. You'll get another shot, I promise.
Just find you 2 more votes, right? I mean, but no, we wanted to. Honestly, this is a reverse stretch goal, right? I wanted to do a start goal, just to to get the supporters, the people who sign up and have my back and everything. I know a lot of them personally, so I just wanted to get something out there to say, hey, this is a physical book that with all physical copies you're gonna get, if of course we make the goal.
Yeah. So yes, that is a crucial part to all this madness, ladies and gentlemen, is we need backers. I'm going to keep saying we, because even before I was your press guy, I still, when people were on my show, I included myself in the team. Like I was a crucial component to the success, but I'm not a comic. I don't have my fingers in this campaign creatively. I'm just helping with promotion. But yeah, it's Mario's script. It's Jay's amazing artwork, and they've come together to what I'm calling the noir summit epic, the noir comic book summer epic of the summer. That's repetitive. We'll
check out my
that.
bio on there, by the way. Writer, comedian, scroll. All right, sure.
I never noticed that before. That's hilarious. That's which is crazy because we're less than a month out from the Skrull invasion on Disney Plus. But we're not here to talk about that. Disney gets enough of all our money. They don't need that right now. We need your money for this, ladies and gentlemen. But Mario might be an alien, which maybe that's why he writes so damn good. That's why he's surpassed the human existence, and he has cosmic knowledge that none of us are privy to.
Oh,
and
this is
why
real Mario here, and I kind of just took him over. So that's why my Twitter is the other Mario C. There's layers on this joke. We can keep going.
For some reason, everybody just wants people to take their shirts off. This has never happened before. I mean, whatever. We'll do what we can. We'll do what we can for ratings. I appreciate everybody's enthusiasm. I'm glad you're excited enough that you just want to get naked and celebrate this comic. Like it's a good day one feeling for Kickstarter.
Skin contact.
Technically off already. This is a tattoo.
Oh wow.
So yeah, so 36 hours. So you guys have a little bit of extra time if you're hopping on late. You do get this zine, which I think makes the price for the campaign even more friendly because you're getting a lot of printed comic for the price. Unfortunately, not for us, but for you, we did sell out of the discounted day one tier, but you can still back within the 36 hours and get the zine, just not at the early bird price because everybody was just so goddamn hungry for this baby today. They ate it up like chomp, 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 and then boom, bam, awesome. I love it. So yeah, let's kind of scroll through. I love these widescreen covers that you did for this book because the book is in landscape. It's gonna feel a little different. It's gonna give Jay that room to just explore that noir historical greatness that they're bringing to life within these pages. Jay, do you like that more? Like, does it when you get these wider panels to do stuff with? Like,
I do. I tend to kind of do that anyway. Just with even with like Hush Ronin or my own work, I kind of go for the more cinematic frame style. Occasionally I get a composition in my head that can only be framed vertically, but for the most part, I tend to gravitate towards like Darwin Cook is a hero of mine in that regard. You're like just a genius of composition, and that's always kind of forefront in my thoughts. And that 16:9 widescreen sort of panel or something, at least relatively proportionate to that, is kind of like my we'll call it my comfort zone, but it's where I love to be.
Nice. It's interesting. Frankie White did something similar not long ago with Eat My Flesh, Drink My Blood, and every page had just three widescreen panels, and it was printed in this huge mass, like these giant pages. I really like when you guys experiment with layouts and stuff like that, and I like the bigger panel. Like, it's not quite a splash page, right? But there's so much more room. It makes it more cinematic. It just makes it feel a little different. And when we all read comics all day and every day, or we should, if you're not reading comics every day, shame on you. Like, what's wrong with you? It makes your life better. And the industry needs you. But no, but it's nice to get something a little different every now and then, and you've done this before, Mario. You did that with Fogline. You dropped the kind of widescreen format in Fogline too, which was one of his previous Kickstarter successes from 2 years ago ish, but yeah, which was also another very, very cool book. I don't want to keep saying it because I don't want to like lift these guys up too much. I want to keep them humble and thirsty, right? I got to keep these guys in check for the campaign. But I like both of you. I'm impressed. You both impressed the ever living shit out of me. I'm not gonna lie, man. Like, I really like when I wrote that review for Killcella. I thought it was so cool, like a slasher, a slasher comic that was different than what came before it, because it's not an unheard of thing, right? And Seeley kind of, anchored. He did some really cool stuff with Hack and Slash, and there was like the sex appeal and just a celebration of horror and all its like momentous occasions throughout history. And Killcella was very much another celebration of horror, very rooted in like our current everydayness as humans, and like and mixed in with the festival culture and drug use and being the fame and fortunes, and always being in that eye, right? That mainstream eye. There's a camera always on you. And that was so interesting to me with Killcella, because it was like all this stuff is happening and no one's hiding it. Like, right? It's like these famous people are doing terrible, terrible things. And it's just like very much like in the media's eye, and just how crazy that played out. It was such a smart, engaging narrative. And I wrote that review, and then Mario like wants to like ask me if he could do a pull quote and stuff. And I was like, what? Like, that's amazing. And so just like, and like, with Jay, like with Hush Ronin, and I'm trying to think of my first Jay, what were you on my show before? Was
Hallowed North.
That's right. Jeremiah. Yes. Okay. Yeah. With Jeremiah. And like, and that's such a great emotional, like just trauma-filled happy hour. But it gets you in the guts, and it twists you up, right? And it does a lot of that stuff. And that showed me how like visceral and real and gritty you can be. And now like seeing you put that into the noir narrative, which is where all of that like flourishes. And both of you you handle certain things well that just really caters to crime noir fiction. And it's like what a great wheelhouse to be in. Like, and what a wonderful, like what a wonderful genre that you're both proficient in and able to celebrate. And and it's a genre that will never, like horror, will never die. Like we love that. We love crime doesn't pay, but it sure fucking entertains, right? And like we love that. It's addicting. I mean, like there's so many movies and TV shows, and it's just it will never die, and it will always be there. And it's so cool that you guys are like sitting in that comfy couch, like in this crime filled territory. And yours, I think when this releases, you're going to like, it's going to dig your heels in. Like if people don't see it now, they're going to see it when they get One True Love in their hands. They're going to be like, okay, like these guys know what's up. And then unfortunately, anything else you guys do that's not crime noir fiction, they're going to be like, what is this? but it'll you can keep us excited. You keep us thirsty for the next release or something, right?
My editor on this, James Ferguson, said it's probably the best script he's ever read from me. He reads a lot of my shit, so
that's awesome.
Yeah, I purposely didn't tell him where the story was going, so that way, as he was reading it, fresh, he got to see how it unfolded. Because I hate when he just sends me notes as it going, asking questions, and I'm like, keep watching, man, keep reading, keep reading. But yeah, I mean that's high praise from someone who used to review books on a regular and who works in a creative field of advertising, so he knows kind of how to sell something, how to get a hook in there. So I'm hoping, if we make our goal, other people can see that as well.
I like that. All right, so we're coming. I didn't realize we're almost at 40 minutes. Man, time flies when you're having fun. Today was just such a crazy day, man. I like I said, I was the constant refresher today, right? I was like refreshing, dropping promo, dropping the tweets, trying to be the master of MCs, master of crime, and just doing a little bit of everything today, trying to keep up with all the craziness going on. And I've been so excited all day for this, like just to get to talk to you guys. I'm so glad you had a good day too. Cause I was like, I didn't want you guys coming on being like, we had 3 backers. Thanks everybody. I didn't think that was going to happen, but you run the risk in this crazy indie world. You never know what the fuck's going to happen. It's a weird place, but hey, another hashtag. I'm keeping it so original and on point. 2 True Love for the second giveaway. This one is going to be for a signed copy of Band of Bards Hush Ronin. Jay does all of this himself. He's just a madman, coming up with this awesome. You guys are gonna love it when you read it.
Leland Beard does the lettering.
I thought you did the lettering. Okay.
No, I'm getting better at that, but no, it would be too much at this point. I plan to, but no, Leland's been doing a killer job on this. If you're not familiar with his work, but yeah, he's a writer as well, and yeah, he's coming on to do the second issue, which is dropping in August and in previews right now.
Very cool. Yeah, so you guys can maybe win a copy of this, and then get your pre-orders in for the new issue, and you'll be all ready to go and save a couple bucks to get caught up on this awesome series. So let's get some hashtags in the chat. Hashtag 2 True Love. That's TWO, not the number 2. We're doing one more giveaway. And then, like I said, we're going to do this, and then we're going to wrap up. We're going to take a little intermission, take a little breather. Everybody's going to towel off the sweat, because it's been nervous and exciting, and I'm greasy with excitement. That's weird. I didn't mean to do that. I don't have air conditioning in this room because if I don't stream out here, like my dog might bark. There's TVs. There's shit's going on. So like to get that good Hollywood warm voice that you all love, so those soft and sultry tones that you love so much every week, I got to sit out here in the fucking heat and just sweat in my little podcast box. But hey, you know what? I love all you guys, and I'm happy to sacrifice it. And then afterwards, I go in and I walk into the air conditioning, and it's just like, it's a great feeling. Anyway,
Hey, Blake, really quick, I just want to talk about Matt's covers here. So we
Yeah,
talk
go
about
for
that. I love Matt Taylor. Amazing ship work I've seen. That's what originally caught my eye from Matt's work. He's doing a lot of just what look like amazing advertisements for cruise companies. He just loves doing ships and cruises and boats. So I was like, hey, I have this idea for a cover. It takes place in Hollywood, and I spend enough time renting out guest houses in the hills where we've seen views like this. So I was like, I kind of want to get that feel of just like, all right, here's people by the pool and you overlook and you see the city. We couldn't choose on daytime or nighttime because both are just different experiences, so we decided to just go to do both, right? The main cover is the cool tone nighttime one, and then the dawn is coming variant is the second one.
I like that. I like the night and day duality of it all, which the duality of stuff plays into this narrative, like who's the good guy, who's the bad guy. When you do the wrong things for maybe the right reasons, are you still a villain? Yes, unfortunately, we don't make the rules, the law does. Which is also weird because, like, how is it against the law to steal from the mob? I don't know, but the cops will get you for it anyway, probably because they're all dirty. Tax evasion. But yeah, so yeah, these variants are absolutely beautiful and definitely worth your time. I'm gonna read the solicit in my movie trailer voice real quick, and then we'll go through and show some of Jay's art. After pulling off the score of a lifetime, two East Coast mobsters named Peter and Paul try to lay low at their childhood friend Matthew's home in the Hollywood Hills until the heat dies down. Paranoia and mistrust quickly ramp up when Matthew's daughter Amber unexpectedly returns home, adding a chaotic element to their plan that fractures the crew. One True Love is a 90-page crime suspense graphic novel about greed, paranoia, and lust, set in the mythical landscape of 1969 Los Angeles, a place where escaping your troubles was just as much of a draw as the sunshine and palm trees. This book is presented in a landscape format, 8.5 inches wide by 5.5 inches tall, to best capture the widescreen feel of Jay's cinematic art. You guys got to buy this fucking book. It's good. It's better than that voice I just gave you. It's good. So good. I'm so excited. 90 pages. Like, this is gonna be it's gonna be like it's gonna take you for a ride. It's gonna take you for like a crazy, violent, brutal, noir-tastic ride through this element of LA that a lot of us aren't privy to, and this life of crime. And yeah, just the sexiness of it all. Like both of these guys said, there's a very stylistic nature to this narrative that we see both in the format it's being produced and the art that Jay so miraculously creates. Look at I love this black and white, just absolutely great. The grays, it's such a vibe, really just anchors you in the time period of it all. I think it adds a lot to the tension too. I think like I said, this element of duality of good and evil and the gray space in between. And I love that just even the fucking colors are exploring that in this book. There's just so much being had. And yeah, you guys are in for such a treat. I don't know how this isn't funded day one. You also just get off the stream and back it right now and then meet us over at Amazon Prime. Anyways, but yeah, Jay, you're such a good drawer. I review comics. You're a great drawer, Jay. I've loved your art for a long time. And I mean, just as we see here, I love how the characters emote so well. You're able to bring out these real emotions through the characters, whether minor or major. And it really adds to the tension and the humanness of the piece, because that's something about crime and noir fiction similar to horror, is like it's very human, and we have to explore our base human emotions and manipulate them and manipulate them, to the goal of the narrative. And that doesn't work if the artist can't pull it off, because you have to see it. You have to see the fear and distrust and paranoia in their eyes, and you're always able to pull that off, man. It's
thank you.
It's very, very, very impressive. But yeah, here we see here. And by the way, Peter and Paul, is that any kind of religious connotation thing going on here, or is that just me raised Catholic and can't ever shed that shit if I try?
No, if you ever go to Italian wedding, you'll see half the people are Peter and Paul.
Have to Peter. All right.
Here's the other aspect of that too. I remember asking Mario about this a while back, because there you have the element of these guys stealing from a heist. I mean, it's stealing from the Steelers in effect, and the old saying, robbing Peter to pay Paul.
Yeah,
you can do that.
Yeah. All right. Well, I need to go to more Italian weddings, which I've been to. I don't have a lot of people. Maybe my family's fake Italian. Maybe all that shit I said about my dead grandpa was a lie. I don't know.
I heard the soup is good.
But yeah, so we got here's the team right here. We got Mario and Jay, Scott Ewan on the letters, James Ferguson, who's an awesome comic creator on his own, good dude. He's been on the show. We had a blast actually last time these guys were on the show. It was a really, really long show too, and I got drunk. It was fun though. And then Matt Taylor for the covers. And then here's some stuff like, explore this page on your own. But yeah, there's some cool stuff about Mario and Jay. Some of that was in that really great press release we put out that I wrote. It's whatever, but no, but we did, a lot of people check that out. I think it's important. For people to know not only the product, but like why the product's being made and who's making the product. Right. I think it's important. And when we get to know you guys, it's harder to say no to the money, right? I'm like, man, Mario and Jay, they're so cool, they're so talented, but nah, not this one, and it was like, when I really like it, on top of like, oh, it's got gorgeous variants, oh, like there's cool stretch goals, oh, it's an amazing story, but like also these guys are just really great, and like I want to support them, and so it makes it even harder to say no to the cost of the goal. And it's not a terrible cost. And if you're local, shipping's included in the price. So like party on, Wayne, like get on this shit, ladies and gentlemen. Like let's get this thing funded. Let's get this thing funded this week. Make my life as a promoter easier. I have other campaigns going on and a job, like help me, ladies and gentlemen. No, I'm just kidding. But also, do that. I'm sure Mario and Jay wouldn't mind if it funded in a week.
No, I won't stress you. Hey, also, no, yeah, shipping's included, but I'm not going to do that backer kit charge for shipping afterwards. That's kind of bull, right?
Yeah.
So no, yeah, it's all inclusive price on here.
Everybody hates that shit.
Everybody.
There are some Kickstarter shows that won't even let you on their show if you charge shipping. Like that's one of their rules to like let guests on. Anyways, shout out to Explain Yourself with Kevin and Will. But yeah, so here's some stretch goals we got. At 8K, you get upgraded paper cover quality. Yep. At 9K, Mario's got this cool idea for packaging, which anybody who backed Fogline, it came in an evidence bag, which was so fucking gnarly.
Genius.
So he's going to do something along the lines of like a bank bag with cash in it.
Above and beyond. Yeah. And I got it at a cheap price too. So,
Yeah. So and then at 10K, the book gets bigger. Like the form factor, not the page count. It's just going to be more room for you to fall in love with Jay's art. And that's not a bad thing for anybody. Shout out to David Hazan, writer and creator of Nottingham, is in the house. Mr. Mad Cave himself over here. Everything's tough on my vocal cords. It's just the sacrifices I do for you, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, I'm Batman. You want to get nuts? Let's get fucking nuts. He doesn't say fuck, but he should. I don't know. He can't say fuck. They won't even let him show his dick or go down on Catwoman. He'll never be able to say fuck. Anyway, so we don't. That was a long time ago, but it was still a fun time. The art is nice. It's great art. Let's see. Oh, and yeah, shout out. We're eating Weenioli's tomorrow. I can't wait. That'll make my throat feel better to fucking swallow some fucking dirty dogs with raviolis. Oh, Jesus Christ. All right. Anyway, and I'm never going to get hired again for another Kickstarter promo job ever, but it's okay. As long as we have a success. I see. Thanks, Daniel. I'm glad. Great minds think alike. No. Weenioli's make everything better, including your throat. It repairs it. Yes. It gives you like a Wolverine-esque healing factor. All right, so boom, boom, boom. To True Love. We're gonna do this one more time, ladies and gentlemen. And let's see. I wish there was so awkward. I have to like stop a screen, then I have to share another screen. It's so hard to just like be a live streamer, ladies and gentlemen. Like you have no idea that the sacrifices we all have to put out. I'm just kidding. It's the easiest fucking life ever. No, it's not. You have to deal with Jay. I'm just kidding. I love you. I love you, Jay. All right. So boom. Let's get this pulled up here. All right. Let's see. All right. So, To True Love. We're about to do this one is for it's signed. This Hush Ronan copy comes signed, ladies and gentlemen. We got 4 entries. I'm gonna give you a couple more seconds to get out. Well, David, you're the handsomest, happiest, fucking favoriteest Australian ever. I hope Ronan's still not in the chat. You guys are tied for my favorite Australians. I only know 3 of you, so it's an easy competition, but I like how you're always constantly in battle for that top spot. And then let's see, what can't you do a queue of screen? I don't know, Daniel. I should probably research. I've never done multiple giveaways in a singular stream before, so maybe we need to try. We were all talking though about how StreamYard just like really sucks the resources out of whatever machine you have, and so like I try not to have tons of tabs open and everything, because my worst fear ever is like the stream fails like in the middle, or like my computer crashes, and I have these like nightmares that I wake up sweating from, that I'm just like, I failed my guess. I don't really do that, but it's a worry. I do worry about it. I just don't have waking nightmares about it. Yeah, that's true. You're the best always. I forgot about Gary. And Christoph. All right, so yeah, there's exactly 4. Man, David and I know each other too well. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna hit it. I'm gonna hit the button unless anybody. I'll give you a 5, 4, 3, 2. Hush Ronan giveaway 2 starts now. Here we go. It's probably gonna be Cole again. I'm gonna get so confused of nepotism. Oh, I thought it was about to stop on Cole. I was like, shit. Comics by the Bay, what's up, baby? Awesome. We're gonna get you guys some comics. That's so great. Everybody, thank you for like tuning in. Thank you for hanging out with us. We really appreciate it. We are going to take a 10-minute break. Let's say 7:30. 7:30. We're gonna meet you over at Amazon Prime. I'm going to post a link for you guys real quick. Copy this link. I'm also going to post it on my socials. This link is going to take you to our chat room on Amazon Prime. And basically, when you get there, you can watch it on your desktop, or you can scan the QR code if you want to watch it on a tablet or a different device. It's super easy. We're going to watch Too Old to Die Young that Ed Brubaker wrote. Again, this is a crime masterpiece. It's super artistic. It's super stylistic. If you guys haven't seen this yet, it's not like anything you've seen before. It's very experimental. It's very weird, but lovely. Like seriously.
It's from the director of Drive and Neon Demon also.
Oh, 2 shit fucking films. Just kidding. Both of those are amazing. I remember watching Neon Demon and just being like you knew something was going to happen, and it just kept plucking your heartstrings and like that razor wire tension, and then finally when it happens, you're just like, oh. So yeah, that's amazing. I didn't connect those dots. That's why I have guests on, so that when they're my co-hosts, so they keep me in line and feed me the information I need. That's why I love having Mario on the show, because he's a fucking smart cat, and he keeps me focused, keeps me with my eye on the prize, which he's already failed, because I said we were going to do this for 30 minutes and we're at 54 minutes. Sorry, I'm sorry. It's but can I say real quick, I really do appreciate everybody spending your holiday with us. Like, it's so amazing. We really, really appreciate all the day one backers. Mario and Jay, all day we've talked about how excited it was. Mario started the day saying like, guys, it's live. I'm going to take a step away. And he still kept coming back. And I like that every time he kept coming back, there was more backers to see too. And so everybody was just for real, really excited. We're so thankful. We're so excited to have you along for the ride. But before we leave, Mario, Jay, anything you guys want to say or shout out real quick?
No, I just want to thank everyone. Honestly, yeah, from the bottom of my heart. We can't do this without the people who support us. Otherwise, it's just, hopes and dreams that go into ether unfulfilled. So thank you, everyone, for supporting us and, believing in us.
That's all I've got, is a really big thank you to everybody. Thank you.
Very cool. Very cool. Shaden, sorry you missed the giveaway, but thanks for tuning in last minute. Come to Amazon Prime with us. Come to the dirty, terrible, rich website where they shoot dick-shaped rockets into space. And we're gonna watch a really cool. It's sort of like a movie, but it's also episode 1 of a really intense series. So yeah, everybody meet us there. We're gonna shoot for a 7:30 start. You got the link. As soon as we get off here, I'm gonna post that to Twitter as well. If for some reason you guys missed it. And Mario, Jay, it was so great chatting with you. Even though like I feel like we've all talked to each other a lot over the last month. But still, like it was a great first day. I'm so honored to be working with you guys and to be a part of it and to be your little fucking yammering hype machine. I would have it no other way. It's I'm having a blast with it.
Thank you.
Is this the part where we reveal that we're all in the same room together?
I wish. All right. So
we're at 2,100 now.
Hey, that's awesome. Yeah, Shane, it's super easy, I promise. You just click the link. It's just like it's Amazon. They want to make giving them anything you can as easy as possible. But never getting anything back. Anyway, no, sorry, Amazon's an asshole. But we all use them. It's like that necessary evil. So love more, hate less, read comics. We live by it. We breathe it. We die by it. One True Love is live on Kickstarter. It's ready for you guys. It's hungry. It's hungry for your cash, and it's hungry for the audience that it deserves. And I believe that wholeheartedly. Seriously, I can't. The stuff that these guys are doing is so top tier and exciting, and I can't wait for more. And I could keep talking, and I know they need me to shut up, so I'm just gonna say thanks everybody, and we're gonna play the music, and we're gonna see you over at Amazon Prime, and we're gonna watch a really cool Ed Brubaker TV show and talk about it there too.